And in the latest from Nepal, with more than 4 days after Nepal was struck with the deadliest earthquake in its history, people struggle to find support from the government. Men and material from various international groups have arrived, but distribution and directions have not been swift. Times Now brings you stories of survival from Nepal as relief operations from all over the world reach the worst hit areas of the country.
With more than 4 days after Nepal was struck with the deadliest earthquake in its history, people struggle to find support from the government. Men and material from various international groups has arrived, but distribution and directions have not been swift. Times Now brings you stories of survival from Nepal as relief operations from all over the world reach the worst hit areas of Nepal.
खाना पानी पीना को सब खाए नहीं कि सब रुबांगला निचोड़ते खाते गए
82 hours after being trapped under debris, 27-year-old Rishi Khanal is pulled out by a French rescue team in Kathmandu.
बाहर से कोई आवाज ही नहीं आता अंदर आवाज बाहर का अंदर का आवाज बाहर नहीं जाता वो तो पत्थर मार के आवाज कर लिया तो पता लगा कि आ रहे बचाने आ रहे 4 दिन तो ऐसे हो रहे थे खाना पानी पीना को सब खाए नहीं कि सब रुबांगला निचोड़ते खाते गए.
With many having lost their homes, survivors were patient with the unavailability of basic survival materials.
इतना लोग मोरा है इधर उससे सहयोग करना चाहिए लोग सबके लिए इसलिए हमारा इतने आया.
Even as national mourning has been declared across Nepal, the government of Nepal finding itself the target of substantial amount of anger of the local people running out of patience. They feel that aid and relief is not getting to them from the government of Nepal fast enough, and they've simply grown too tired of waiting.
With news of casualties coming in every hour, the government has a humongous task on its hands.
This is Chautara, 75 kilometers from Kathmandu, and this is where the word rubble acquires a real meaning. If you look just here, there are just tons of rubble. Every second house has been smashed by the earthquake. It's 5 days since the big earthquake, and the people who are under these piles of rubble cannot be rescued anymore.
As rescue teams in Nepal race against time, the charges of survival for those trapped under debris getting bleaker by the hour.
Extended by India to Nepal as a part of Operation Maitrey in the rescue and rehabilitation and relief efforts is critical to this country, which finds itself grappling in the aftermath of the earthquake that has taken place at one of the rescue sites. The Home Minister of Nepal is supervising the entire operation along with the Indian ambassador to Nepal as well as the Director General of the NDRF. It's been a very painstaking effort where even after 5 days only 10 bodies have been recovered. There is the possibility, locals say, of at least 50 people, if not more, still being trapped under the debris.
With more agencies reaching Nepal, rescue teams now reaching out to the worst hit parts of Nepal.
This kind of relief material of more than 2 tons in every Indian Air Force Mi-17 helicopter is being sent to various districts of Nepal in the various regions. These relief material include food packets, water bottles, medicines and tents, so that the relief material can be provided to the locals here as soon as possible. The Indian Air Force is making around 5 to 6 sorties. Every Air Force helicopter is making 5 to 6 sorties, and there are total 6 helicopters operating from Kathmandu base. So around 30 to 40 sorties by Indian Air Force Mi-17 helicopters are being made to provide the rescue relief material in the remote areas of Nepal.
The critically injured have been flown into rescue camps for medical assistance.
This is perhaps the worst possible time when you see casualties coming out, and there seems to be no end of this. You have thousands and thousands and thousands of casualties, and that is understandable. If you have at least 6,000 dead, and the government itself is saying so, then very, very clearly you will have 30, 40, 50,000 injured, and they are flowing in now from the exterior areas, now from the outlying areas, thousands and thousands of them.
Survivors whose homes have been destroyed, relief is delivered to their camps.
After 4 days, medical assistance and relief and rescue operation has reached Shimjung. Bad weather was a matter of concern. In fact, in the morning, it had rained so badly that the soil is still soft, not fit for any sorties to land here. It's a makeshift arrangement for sorties to land here so that rescue operation can be conducted. The rescue operation has been on throughout the day today. We have seen several people being ferried from Shimjung to either places like Gorkha Helipad or Pokhara. People who are badly injured and who are in immediate need of medical assistance.
Surviving the avalanche and even the subsequent aftershocks, the Everest mountaineering team now returning home.
Me along with my 8 team members have decided to leave our expedition and start heading down. We have a lot of Sherpas with us, we have a lot of porters with us. We're going to try and make everybody reach home safely. We're at 19,500 feet. Our next destination is going to be Hillary Base Camp. Hopefully we all reach there safely.
But amidst the gloom, there is still hope as life continues.
This is a story about a story when everyone else is contributing in their own ways in ameliorating the situation of Nepalis. This is a 24/7 news television station, Kantipur, which is working from the roadside. You see a bulletin being rolled out, and in the newsroom, the news being read. We are told that without a break, despite the trembler, because this building was destroyed, they had to come on the roadside and build this temporary infrastructure in the tents to carry the news and to take it to the people. This is the manner in which the Nepalese journalists also are contributing despite all the hardship they are facing. The building has been destroyed, but they are working from the roadside. With camera person Himanshu, this is Abhishek Kapoor in Kathmandu for Times Now.
Houses which many people had built with all their life savings and with so much of hope had been reduced to dust in moments in Nepal on Saturday.
The United Nations and partners launched a $415 million emergency appeal to provide vital relief to people affected by the earthquake in Nepal. The plan will support millions of people who are in need of shelter, water and sanitation, emergency health, food and protection for the next 3 months. Over 5,000 people have lost their lives in the devastating earthquake, with thousands of people left homeless. Over 250 doctors and rescue personnel landed in Nepal and set up a field hospital. With that began operations in coordination with the local army hospital. Israel sent tons of medical and humanitarian aid for the field hospital and hundreds of professionals to staff it. The rescue team has evacuated nearly 2,000 Israelis. International aid continues to pour into Nepal as rescue workers and helpers from at least a dozen countries have already arrived. Australian planes flew out carrying blankets, water purifier and health supplies. The rescue team will help in the evacuation of Australians trapped in the country. Meanwhile, a plane with humanitarian aid from Sri Lanka and a team of military personnel also departed to help the quake-hit country.